Welcome to an episode of Local Legends, but this drummer is not local. However, he is absolutely a legend.
Yeah.
You caught me, you
Come
caught
on,
me.
you dirty bird. Let's go. Let's go.
A little bit about you, your name, your age, and how long have you been playing drums?
My name is Mike Johnston. I am 47 years old, and I've been playing drums since I was 5, so I've been playing for 42 years.
Tell us why you chose drums over every other instrument.
Not my choice. I started out in school band on clarinet. It was my dream instrument. I thought it was the dopest thing ever. As we got into school band, we had to learn our scales and our whole notes, and you'd have to like blow outwards for a full measure. And I just would blow, and then I'd just pass out. And the band teacher was like, "Mike, you're gonna impale yourself like on the clarinet on the way down." He thought I'd die, so he's like, "Just go back to the drums." And I was like, "No, not the drums." I was like, "The clarinet is the bomb." And so he moved me back to the drums. I came home crying, told my dad, I was like, "They moved me to the drums." He's like, "Thank God. I did not want you playing clarinet for the rest of your life." My dad was a Hell's Angel, so he was a proper man. I was like, it sucks. And then, that's how I got started.
Tell us about your drumming journey.
So started in school music, was never any good at it at all. I was always third chair drummer. This lasted all the way through junior high. I was not good. By high school, when I was auditioning for jazz band, there was a drummer named Johnny Rabb at the school, who's now a professional drummer, minor artist. And he was a junior, and I was an incoming freshman. So I went to the jazz band auditions. He was in there just burning, and I just left, and I went home, and I told my dad, "I'm sorry, but I got to move back home with mom. Like, she lives next to a school that has a lame jazz band, and I could be first chair there." So I literally left high school because of Johnny Rabb, because he was so good. I knew I'd never get to play. So that was kind of it. I did school music, got into bands. But the entire time, all I ever wanted to do was teach. I just knew that. I knew that since I was 6 years old. I could be in elementary school and they'd be teaching history, and I just would raise my hand and I was like, "Don't you think it'd be better if we explained it like this?" And they would just send me to the principal's office. I just always thought, I know there's a better way to teach this. So it sounds terribly cocky, but I just love explanations. I love analogies. I love comparisons. So that was always there in the background. And then when I was 20 years old, when I was 17, I got my first job teaching at a shop just like this. We had a teacher that had a lot of students, and he left the store, and I was working retail front desk. And so I inherited 65 students when I was 17 years old. So in one day, I became like a full-time teacher, and I just loved it. It was heaven. I lost about half of the students within the first week because I was so bad at teaching. But it didn't even faze me. I didn't care. It was like, I don't mind being bad at something, but when you love doing something. So it's like, yeah, I'm terrible at this, but I know I could be better. So that was kind of the beginning of the teaching. Then when I was 21, my band Simon Says got signed to Hollywood Records. And so we started touring with Korn, Filter, Deftones, Limp Bizkit, Stained, all the Rage Against the Corntones bands. And that was awesome. But it only took about one tour to know this wasn't my dream. And it was scary. It was really scary to have all of your best friends having the time of their life, and you're not, and you're wondering what's wrong with you. Like, why am I daydreaming about teaching drum lessons when we're playing arenas, and so that was a real identity crisis. But I was taking lessons with a guy at the time named Pete Magadini in Northern California. And he was the first guy, him and Roy Burns from Aquarian Drumheads. They were the first people to say teaching could be your plan A. It doesn't have to be a fallback plan. If you choose it to be your plan A, you could do it better than anyone's ever done it. And I was like, I think that's what I want to do with my life. So that would be how I kind of got to where I am now. So right now I'm a full-time drum teacher. I don't do private lessons anymore, but I have a website where I do online lessons, and we have thousands of students all over the world. And then I do clinics and drum festivals. And then as far as the future for me is just cracking the code even more. I have to find a way to make the online experience so incredible that I just want to be able to tell people, I know I can make you better on the drums through this experience. And I haven't cracked that code yet. I think I'm on my way, but I know it can be better. And I know I can become a better explainer, and I can have more patience, and I can be more empathetic to what students are going through. So that's the future.
Favorite band, favorite drummer, and why?
Favorite band, if we go all time, because there's a batch of them that all go together for me. Like if I was going to sit on the drums, the playlist would go Faith No More, straight into some like early hardcore Snapcase, Bloodlet, Vision of Disorder. Then I'd go from that into like more of the new metal scene of Quicksand. Then maybe some Living Color to get a little Will Calhoun in there.
Yeah.
And then maybe like a Deftones track, just because that's my hometown. It just always feels good to play Deftones. But if it's favorite band of all time, it's Genesis. It never ends. Like there's never a time that I hear them that I just don't think, yeah, this is the greatest thing ever. I love Genesis in all of its forms. I love Peter. I love Phil. Obviously, Uncle Phil to all of us. I mean, in our house, it's Uncle Phil. We never say Phil Collins. If it's on, Amber goes, Uncle Phil. And I'm like, don't, I'll cry. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I love Phil Collins, have forever. So Genesis is my favorite band. Favorite drummer, man, that's tough because obviously in this world, I'm so fortunate to be friends with my favorite drummers. So it's weird to separate. I mean, at the UK drum show this weekend, I had Carter McLean in my room. He's my brother. We went to see Busted together. That was weird. We were singing Mbop when Hanson came out on stage. And I'm looking at him like, what? Are we 12? What is going on? But, and Carter would definitely be one of my favorite drummers. Mark Giuliano is one of my favorite drummers, but I'm doing a camp with him in 2 days in Italy. So it's tough because all of my modern contemporaries are my bros. So I have to go back, and I just can't get away from Dave Weckl every time. He's still the only person since I quit my band I was 26, so 21 years ago. I've been to 2 shows. I took my wife to see Taylor Swift, and then I went to Busted. Those are the only 2 concerts I've been to in over 21 years. Yeah. But I've been to every small jazz show that Dave's done within 500 miles. And I've never met him purposely. Wow. I've done probably 5 different festivals with him. I've never met him. He probably thinks I'm the biggest jerk on the planet because we've even sat our kits up next to each other at PASIC, and I have my back turned because I love the magic of I still have a favorite drummer, and I don't want him to become my bro, or my friend. You know, it's like when I see him and he walks by, I'm like trying to sniff the air, like I'm trying to get the Weckl on me. Like I'm like, this is freaking Dave Weckl. Like, so yeah, so it's got to be Dave Weckl.
If you could play drums for any band or artist, who would it be and why?
Man, it'd probably be a mix. I think I'd have to go back in time, and it would be Alanis Morissette on the Jagged Little Pill tour. That was a game-changing live band. Taylor Hawkins on drums. You've got the bass player from Jane's Addiction, and I can't remember who played guitar, but it was just like, that's the band they should have tracked. I love the album, but they should have tracked that band. That band was amazing. Taylor was incredible, and Alanis wasn't like Hollywooded yet. She was just still so raw. So yeah, I think it'd be that band or some time with Peter Gabriel. I would just like for Pete to look back at me and just give me a wink, and I'd be like, oh my God. Oh, I just got a wink from Uncle Pete. Come on, let's go. So yeah, it'd be those.
Tell us a little bit about the gear you use.
Always a Gretsch. I'm not particular. I love the 3 kits that are USA made. So that's Brooklyn Broadcaster and USA Custom. On my rider, it literally says any of those 3. Couldn't care less because I think they're all adventures. Like tonight I got to play a Brooklyn. Loved every second of it. Then I have a signature snare with Gretsch called the Brooklyn Standard. But honestly, I'm such a snare fanatic. If I get to a shop and they don't have that snare, it never bothers me. I'll play anything. I'm like, what is that, a Trixon? Throw it on the kit. Like I'm happy to play. Yeah, I'm happy to play any snare. Like that a PDP from like early days when it was Pacific Drum Company, and I'll play it. DW hardware, Meinl cymbals. The cymbals are that's pretty much a non-negotiable. And it's not a brand thing as much as I love Meinl. It really is the flavor of what I'm doing. And I do struggle. I can be myself on almost any level of drum set, but I struggle to be myself without my cymbals. So I'll ask ahead of time if I'm doing a clinic run, do they all have my cymbals there? Do we have the ability to get my cymbals there? If not, I'm happy to take my cymbal bag with me because it makes me so much more at ease. And then, DW hardware, always. Vic Firth sticks, 64 audio in-ears, and then whatever matcha I can find.
So we're going to post a clip of you playing. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's just me dominating, being a general badass. I don't know. You'll see a lot of shocked faces in the crowd. Could you imagine? That'd be so good, dude.
We got to keep that in for fun reasons. That's amazing.
Just jaws on the floor, just dropping bombs like it's Tidy Darts. In reality, you'll be seeing me play a song called Colorado that was written by one of my students. I can't say even my students. He attended my camp. I'm very privileged to have taught him drums a few times, but he's his own artist now. His name's Jared Gibson. I just love the song. I'm not playing it for clinic's sake. It doesn't have chops in it or anything, but you'll definitely see the smile on my face because I'm not playing a song at that moment. I'm remembering every moment I shared with him. I'm remembering every one of my campers that's recorded his song as well. There's 3,000 memories going through my head, and I'm like not even present for the drumming. Like it's just on autopilot, and I'm just reliving the memories, and then I'm literally scanning the crowd, and I'm finding the 12-year-old that might play for the rest of his life because of this moment, and the 65-year-old that quit 20 years ago, but now he's going to get back into it. So yeah, like if you want to judge the drumming, you're more than welcome to, but honestly, I'm just experiencing a moment of joy,
Back in my head, cooped up in mom's house, smoking weed. She asking me, Jay, why you been so down? Working at the gym, I ain't doing it. All my friends are moving, buying houses, they having kids, and I'm just day to day stuck in the same routine, same streets, same pain. It seems like I should be more than just a stupid kid, stuck in some 20-something body that don't wanna live. So I said, Colorado, if I stayed, I'd still be playing Desperado. Pushing away the pill that I refuse to swallow, that I'm heartbroken now, without you here. So I made up my mind that we're in over here, shining Chicago. Once that thing switched, like 23 did back in 96. So out for deep dish, couple of drinks in, back to that high rise to go to sleep in. Cause I've been waiting for days and nights, like just wishing and fantasizing that I found a honey who lied. Who's in a scoop of ice, cleaning up stories, slow mornings, can't get her up. Come with my love, sister, tell them they got up all the joys like Colorado. If I stayed, I'd still be playing Desperado. Pushing away the pill that I refuse to swallow, that I'm heartbroken hollow, without you here. So I made up my mind that we're in over years, down in Chicago. What would happen if I had it close from me? Colorado, if I stayed, I'd still be playing Desperado. Pushing away the pill that I refuse to swallow, that I'm broken hollow, without you here. So I made up my mind that we're in over years, shining Chicago. With you whipping in the tower, playing like this is Colorado. Feeling like Chicago.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so, so much. I love you more than you know. I really mean that. Thank you, everybody.
Nice cut. Lovely cut. Oh, what a cut.
we've got one final question for you before we close.
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
You've been in Wales less than 8 hours.
Yes.
And apparently you've been picking up a bit of the lingo. What have you learned?
I've learned that sometimes when people don't press record, it's untidy darts. And oh no, that wasn't about you. It was totally about you. No, I really thought tidy darts was someone messing with me, and then the kutch. It's honestly, it so made sense when I hugged a former student that I hadn't seen in like 10 years named Dovrig, and I just haven't seen him in a long time, and he's a lad. I mean, he's a big boy. And I got my arms around him, and he put his arms around me, and he pulled me in deep, and it wasn't like, oh, I'm doing this because we're in Wales. I just haven't seen the guy in forever, and I didn't want to let go. And I was like, yes, of course you should have a name for this. This isn't a hug. It's not a bro hug, not a man hug. It's like, it's a kutch. It's a kutch.
Yes.
And it's dope.
Yeah.
You
It's a
know.
kutch.
I don't have
know.
to tell you.
I know.
You gave me my first one. That sounds weird.
Exactly.
Damn right.
Mike Johnston, thank you for visiting us. You are probably one of the most admirable, honorable, loyal, and proactive human beings I have ever met in my life.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much. You are not local, but my God, you are a legend.
Yes. Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you. You were the man.